What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Maldi back again with another pickup video. And before we jump into part 2 of the Pacsun Essentials Collection haul, I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers, all the people who comment, all the people who show love. Thank you. You guys are some of the reasons why I keep doing this. Also because I just simply love this stuff. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subbing. Continue to keep subbing and liking, and we're going to grow together as a channel. But, I mean, you already watched part 1, so there's really no reason for an introduction. Let's jump right in. So if you watched part 1, you should know I was basically waiting to do part 2 once I got a lot of the online orders that I did in. And most of these orders are stuff that I proxied for other people. Again, thank you for ordering through me. Thank you for trusting me to get this stuff for you. I'm more than happy to help, and I'm glad I can help. But the only thing that was for me are the chinchilla pants here. And of course, I'm going to give you kind of a fit video that shows you how these fit on me and just a mock-up fit that I threw together. And then I'll also do a side-by-side comparison with the gray pants from the first collection, so you can see how those fit and just see if there's any differences that make you like one more than the other or anything like that. Just show you how it fits on me and how I like to wear it. And moving forward, I mean, there's no other introductions necessary. Let's jump right in. The first item I'm going to show you guys is the gray tank from the Essentials Collection. So, same bag, nothing else has changed since part 1. Opening it up, gonna have this nice gray. It's kind of a dark gray, kind of like it's kind of like a heathered color because the material is tri-blend, which means it has a really nice feel to it. It's thin, but it has good weight at the same time. It's perfect for the summer, whether you wear it as a layering tank or you just wear it as a tank on its own. It has essentially the same cut as the very first tank that's dropped, meaning especially, again, the hem here being split, and then you have the curved front and the drop tail back. Biggest difference we're gonna have is the tag on the back here that says Pacsun Essentials, of course, and then on the inside you're gonna have that Essentials tag here as well. Other than that, the only thing I can kind of say is that this color gray is just a shade darker than the original one, and I'll show you that in a side-by-side comparison because I have that original tank. But without a question, for 40 bucks for layering purposes, it is a must get, one of the must gets from the collection. If you don't have anything with that tri-blend material, you'll learn quickly that that is some of the best material that Jerry chose in this entire collection. So let's jump forward. Next item up is the Essential Tee. Not the boxy tee, but the Essential Tee in chinchilla. For reference, this will be a size small. And I will be able to compare this to one of the Essential Tees from the first collection as well, just to see how those things changed. But this is, of course, the chinchilla color. You can kind of see how it compares to the pants that I'm wearing that are in chinchilla as well. Perfect complement to one another if you wanted to wear it as an entire outfit together, like some of the models do in the video. But of course, here you're gonna have a nice collar. The collar does feel a little bit thicker than the original ones. One of my complaints with the original tees, and you wouldn't notice once you pick it up, it's just something that happens over time, is the collar really stretches out. It wears out pretty easily. The rest of the tee is great quality, but the collar is one of my main complaints about the original Essential tees. So it's nice to see that they have reinforced it a little bit. It is thicker, it feels heftier. That is always a good thing. Again, you're gonna have that Essentials tag on the inside here, and then on the back, again, much different than the first collection. Gonna have that Essentials tag on the back. These tees retail for $40, so no price change on these. The seams are stitched much better. Not to say I've had any problems, but definitely you can tell the quality and the stitching has increased. You're gonna have that rear seam heading all the way down the back, as you can see. So definitely gonna have that trademark piece. And then here, it is not a, I guess, what's the word I should say, a varying hem here. You're gonna have the same squared off hem. You're gonna have the split hem on the side, of course, but it's not gonna be different. So that's definitely a difference I'll show you between the two tees. But for 40 bucks, especially for the color, like I said, everything in chinchilla in this collection, was a must get. I didn't get them now, but I will get them eventually. But the color alone makes this one worth the purchase. If you already have some of the other tees, weight feels good, quality feels good, it's soft to the touch. You can't complain about that. Definitely one of the better pieces as well. So as we move forward, next item up is the white tank, and this one is pretty much going to be more of the same. Gonna have that tank. This material is different, however. It does feel a little bit thinner than the Collection 1 white tank, which had a thicker feel, which I won't lie, felt more like the tee I just showed you guys, because that one feels a lot like the Collection 1 Essential tees that aren't tri-blend. But I would say the tank felt more like that. This one is a little bit thinner, about the same softness, but a little bit thinner, so it's not as heavy. But of course, you're gonna have that hem again, different from that tee. It's gonna be a little bit shorter in the front, longer in the back, and of course, you're gonna have that rounded front hem. Just square it out so you guys can see exactly what I'm telling you. So you can see it for yourself. Of course, Fog Essentials on the back. Nothing else really to be said except for the color is a true white. It isn't gonna be like brand new can of paint white, but it is a nice white to it. Not necessarily an eggshell or an off-white. It is a nice white to it. Will work well in terms of outfits, especially for layering in the summer. If you tend to wear a tee over it or anything like that, or just wear it by itself, it's going to do the job perfectly. So one of the last two pieces I'll be reviewing today is the crew neck. And this is one of the newer pieces that we haven't had in a prior collection. Yes, we've had mock necks. Yes, we've had different types of sweatshirts, but we have not had a true crew neck. And the main line has had a few. This one is not boxy, it's not cut short like the 4th collection one or anything like that. Nothing super special, but you're gonna have yourself a nice, healthy, hefty, quality sweatshirt. Collar is a little more of a mock kind of collar, but not as much as what you would have saw on the prior collection. Weight to it is great. It feels just as heavy, if not a little bit lighter than the hoodies, because the hoodies have zippers on them, so of course it's going to be a little bit added weight with the high quality zippers. But this is raglan sleeve, of course, has a slight drop shoulder effect, just a very slight one. Sleeves are nice and tapered, ending with a cuff and a band at the bottom of the sleeves. Same on the other side. On the back, of course, you're gonna have the Fog Essentials logo on the tag, and on the inside, like I've shown you on all the other pieces, you're gonna have that Essentials tag here. Not much else to really say. Color matches perfectly with the tank for this gray. Again, both of these are a little bit darker, not by much, but just a little bit darker than the gray stuff that released in the 1st collection. Really, yeah, not much else to say. This is a medium for reference, and honestly, if you're like me, just give you some of my stats. I'm about 6'3", 6'4", anywhere from 185 to 190 pounds, depending on, you know, how I eat and everything like that. So I could get away with a medium. A large may be a better fit lengthwise in the sleeves, but it may give me too baggy of a fit. So I usually get a medium in most of the hoodies. Pants, I get a large. Honestly, I probably would go with a medium now having this in hand. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show it to you in a fit since this is a proxied item, but quality piece. It retailed at $100, just like the hoodies, just like the cutoff hoodie. All of them retailed at $100, so no complaints on this one at all. In the future, if I catch one on Grailed for a good price, I definitely could see me throwing this into the collection. It's something perfect to throw on any given day, just to do quick errands, or you could dress it up and do a couple other different things with it. It's just such a versatile piece. But the last piece here is a piece that's dropped multiple times throughout fall considerations. You have the sweat shorts, and this time they're just a little bit different. Not much, but I'll definitely compare these to the shorts from the first couple drops. But starting off, the first thing you're gonna notice is the color, of course, is going to be different on these shorts. The first collection ones are a little bit brighter, so that's something to keep in mind, that this gray is a little bit darker. And the band here, of course, is not olive anymore. The band is black. Zippers are contrasted black, and of course, they're gonna have that Fog name on it. Easy zip, no problems there. Drawstring is the exact same, to be quite honest. And on the inside of the shorts, you are going to have the Fog tag here, and then you're gonna have that essentials size tag here. For reference, these are a size small. When I compare them, they will be compared against a size large, but at the end of the day, yes, they'll look different in sizing, but you'll have an idea of just how different the shorts are. You do have the same hem on the bottom of these shorts, drop crotches there. Honestly, in hand, it's tough to tell since this isn't a large, but the drop crotch doesn't seem to be as exaggerated as some may have thought online. I know I saw a couple comments on different videos and in different message boards that they have more of an exaggerated drop crotch like the mainline shorts. It honestly doesn't look like it's changed. The silhouette looks about the exact same, so kind of a disappointment there that they're not as close to the mainline, but they are definitely nice quality shorts. If anything, they might be a little bit lighter than the shorts from previous collections, but I mean, who's gonna complain? You don't necessarily want super heavy shorts in the summer. I mean, you're wearing shorts to stay cool. You don't necessarily want to create a cesspool down there or anything like that. But these are nice quality shorts. Retail did not change on these. They are still 80 bucks and worth it if you ask me. And I know for a lot of stores, for some reason, they didn't get the black shorts and gray shorts in stores. So I do apologize to those guys that ordered those for proxies and I couldn't get them to you. I just couldn't check out enough of these online in time. And usually I have no problem getting them in store. It's just that for some reason they didn't get stocked in stores. And at first I thought it was just my local, but it turns out a lot of stores didn't get them. And spoke to one of the managers, he said keep your eyes open over the coming weeks. They may get them in and just release them randomly, no set drop or anything like that. So maybe call your local up, see if they get the shorts. I know that at least that's what my local Pacsun manager told me, so you never know. Take it with a grain of salt, but it's worth a chance if you really do want a pair since the drop has been about a week ago. But without further ado, we're gonna jump into the reviews, but right before I do that, I'm gonna make sure I give you guys this fit view of these sweatpants, and I'll also throw in the boxy tee as well, just to show you how that fits. And any questions or anything else you guys want to see in the future, leave them below. More than happy to do that for you guys, but let's jump into this fit. You just saw some of the fits that I put together just to show you how some of the stuff fits on my actual body. But now that we have the comparisons up, let's actually look at the second release gray shorts, and then these are the essential gray shorts as well. Also, lighting may play a slight trick on you because this pair and the windows there, this pair is getting a little bit more lighting. This pair is a tad bit darker than this pair here. Again, it's just the lighting playing with you, but this pair is the lighter of the two. Another thing you'll notice is that the spacing for the drawstrings here is wider on this pair than it is here. You have the hole here and a hole here, so you notice that those are wider. I do say I like this one a little bit better only because they're crossed, so when you pull, they don't rip as much or pull into the material as much. Another thing you'll notice is the zippers, of course, just like on the sweatpants from the last video, the zippers on the original ones are longer and also is nickel plated rather than the onyx plated ones here. Same quality zipper, same type of zipper. They both are smooth, they both unzip smoothly, zip up smoothly, no problems there. But at the end of the day, this one is longer. Pocket depth, just for feeling it, again, you must also keep in mind that this is a small and this is a large. In relation to the sizing, the pocket depth seems to be about the exact same. Another thing you'll notice is that this one is still hemmed. I'm relatively tall, as you can see from the fit video. I unhemmed mine so I can give myself a little bit more length, which was exactly what I needed on the shorts. but that worked out perfectly. Drawstrings are about the exact same. I didn't want to undo it, but just on the looks of it, you can kind of eyeball and tell that they're about the exact same. Band, of course, is olive here, black there. Let's flip them over. So on both, you of course don't have any back pockets. Not really a deal breaker, but it would be nice if they did have pockets, just to have somewhere extra to put things, because I do know when I wear them that my true front pockets tend to get full really quick. Wallet, phone, keys, anything extra I'm holding, those things tend to eat up that space quickly. But really, again, no difference. You can kind of see in relation to the sizing, the drop crotch is relatively the same between the two. Not much is going to change there. All in all, these two start to seam down the back. But again, like I was about to say, all in all, these two pairs are relatively carbon copies of one another, with the main differences being color and not by much, and just the hardware used, and of course, the drawstring gap in between here. Other than that, you're looking at relatively the exact same pair of shorts, both retailed for $80. And at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either pair. I just prefer this one a little bit more just because of how this is handled. Because I know the very first ones I didn't cop, only because a lot of people were telling that they were ripping the band. And plus at the time I really didn't need shorts. I remember that very first drop was early in December. But now that I have these, I'm happy I have them. And again, for anyone that's tall, definitely take it to a tailor. Have them undo the hem. You can kind of see the original hemline here a little bit. I just haven't worn them a ton since it's been winter. But have them unhem it and just stitch this line down here. That way it doesn't fray up or undo any of the material. And you give yourself about an extra inch or two on the shorts, which never hurts, especially since you're tall. Definitely a recommendation that I have. Again, these are the two shorts. Let's move on to the next piece. All right, so the item that's next up are the tanks. This is the gray tri-blend tank from the very first fog drop. And then this is the Essentials tank from the most recent drop. Again, keep in mind, lengths are going to be the exact same. It's just where I got these placed on the wall without having to, do too much extra. This is the varying length that they are, but measured it out, the lengths are the exact same. They both are size medium. First thing you notice off the bat, again, this is closer to the lighting, but this is the darker of the two pairs. Not by much, just like the shorts, it's not much of a change, but it is just a hair darker. You'll notice right off the bat, the tag on the inside here is the original fog tag, whereas you have the Essentials tag here for this one. Same cut relatively between the top and the underarm here, same cut here, top to underarm. If anything, these look about the exact same. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say that they're any different. They look the exact same. Hems at the bottom are the exact same. You're gonna have that rounded hem in the front down here with the split square hem at the bottom here. I'll kind of hang it up so you can see the two. Have that rounded hem here, and then just the normal straight hem here. And then again, that'll be the same down here where the hems are the exact same. Then I have that rounded one in the front, squared off in the back. As we flip them over, not much to say on this one here. Standard. There's a little wrinkle just because it's been in my closet, but this one here, we'll flip it over, and then the number one thing you'll notice is that the tag is now on the outside there. That's what a Fog Essentials tag is. Only thing you can see here is kind of the outline. Other than that, these two tanks are pretty much carbon copies, just like the shorts, with very few minute details that are changed. 40 bucks for either one of them. If you can, definitely pick one of these up because they're gonna be a must-have item for this summer. Whether it be layering, whether it be just wearing on its own. It's gray, which means it's neutral. And again, this tri-blend material feels fantastic. I mean, feels great. This one's a little bit thinner, like I said before earlier in the video, but not by much. These two tanks are almost the exact same. Stitching looks the exact same. Hands down, these were some of the best pieces from the original drop, and nothing has changed since then. All right, so this is the last two items that we have up for review, and these are the Essential Tees. This is the Essential Tee again from the very first drop, and then this is the new Essential Tee, basic tee from the Essentials Collection. Right off the bat, first thing you'll notice is what I mentioned. The collar here is much thinner. As you can see, it kind of wears out a little bit. Not wouldn't really call it the bacon neck effect, but it definitely does stretch out much easier than this one does here. Other than that, from the front, you still have the same seam here, same seam here, same seam here, same seam there. Nothing else has really changed. Do keep in mind that this is a small, this is a large, but again, this is just to show you the differences between the two. Nothing else has really changed with the exception of the bottom hem. Just like the tanks before this, the hem here is curved in the front, squared off in the back, whereas in this one, you're gonna have just a squared off hem on both sides split, but again, not different. As we flip these shirts around, first thing you'll notice is that this shirt, the new Essential shirt, does have the back seam running down it. This one does not. I did check my other basic tees, for instance like the olive one, and I guess it's just a difference in material, but none of the tri-blend ones will have the back seam, whereas all the ones like this, like the olive, the white, anything that isn't tri-blend will have the back seam. But again, the number one standout piece is going to be this fall piece is on the inside here, whereas it's on the outside there. And again, this is just gonna be a little bit longer probably than this one. They're both elongated, but this one's gonna be a little bit longer because on this, again, you have that shorter front, longer back, again, to help with layering. This tee, I recommend anything in tri-blend just because it feels great, but this tee feels good as well, like you heard in the review. So in the end, I do think the Essentials collection was mostly a success. Now, don't get me confused, you know, I only picked up 2 pieces, mostly in this chinchilla colorway, but I really only did that simply because I had a lot of the other colors. I had a bunch of white already, I had a bunch of gray, I had a bunch of black. Didn't really need that stuff, but the reason why it was a success is because Jerry gave us Essentials. That's exactly what he wanted to give us. You can wear this tee with how many different outfits? You could wear one of the short sleeve hoodies with how many different outfits? You can put all of these pieces into something else. They accentuate things. They are not meant to stick out by themselves. And in that, I say, Jerry, you definitely did succeed. Now, if it's anything like me, you are looking for more variety going forward. The number one thing I want to see in the diffusion line is denim. I'm pretty sure most of the people that have already commented and I've talked to, and just a bunch of other people I probably haven't, can agree that denim is something that we would kill to see in this Vogue line. I know I'll be one of the first ones in line like I usually am. And for those that proxy with me, again, thank you for trusting me to do that. If you ever need help, let me know. I'm more than happy to try and help you flourish just like these people and just like me as well. I love this stuff and I just want to make sure other people can love it as well without having to pay crazy resale prices for this stuff. But all in all, what did you think of the entire collection? Because I know a lot of people's stuff from online is starting to roll in. Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, YouTube, peace out.